There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to some more Metaphor.
Alright.
Okay, so we're about to hit the end of this arc. What were we working on? We're working on royal attributes since we've hit the roadblocks for a lot of them. I think I was mainly working on courage and tolerance. Because courage we need for like 2 people right now. And tolerance we need it for Maria, and she will give us the post-battle boost, XP boost. That's why I was working on those two.
Fight on!
It's gonna be tough.
Yep, so this is the fight where we just like smack dudes. Outside of combat. As I recall the silver one, I think for that one we actually like we can't get hit once, that was it.
Come on, come on.
Come on. God, I'm so used to not being able to dodge out of things.
Come on. Such skill.
Third hit really messes with me with Digger.
Back there.
Our minds will win the day. You
Price on the money.
Here we go.
Bravo!
We got
Look
a
at
bunch
you.
of the water's nice.
Alright.
Halfway on courage
Fight
now.
another day.
Yeah, we're not allowed to actually go above 26 because plot.
Time marches on, and the
The
age
plot
of
will
the new
set
king
our
draws
freaking
nearer.
rank to 20 because we've already been told that's the required rank we're gonna be at this point, so yeah.
At last.
Alright, we'll be held tonight to the feast hall Luis is staying at. Let's go over our roles one more time.
Got it?
First, we all greet Luis together. Let him know we showed up, except Gallica, of course. She stays hidden so he only sees one person go missing. Once we're clear of him, the captain and Gallica slip out with all speed and head for Luis's gauntlet runner. As May, Hulkenberg, and I will keep tabs on Luis and buy whatever time we can. Understood. We have one objective. Take the curse formula from Luis's Sky Runner. All hangs upon this mission. His Highness the Prince and the very kingdom itself are at stake. I know I'm acting like I'm calling the shots here, but honestly, you're the one we're depending on. Once you're in, if you run into any guards, it'll be on you to take them out quick. We can't have them raising the
Things will be
alarm.
fine.
You're really the only one who has a chance alone against Luis's best. Sorry it puts this all on your shoulders, but we believe in you.
Yep.
I'll do my best. Let's watch ourselves out there, all of us. Okay, we move at nightfall.
Sharp soldiers all.
Sharp soldiers all.
They carry themselves with more
never mind.
poise than Martira's guards.
They comprised the most elite unit of the military until Luis's secession. Now they are his private guard.
I don't see Luis. Those brothers or that songstress. But this many people here means the runner's got to be all but empty.
Shh, they're here.
Glad you made it. Could stand to loosen up a little, though. What's got you lot so wound up?
Well, you have to admit, the assembled company is more than a little intimidating.
You'll get used to that. You'll have to if you want to survive. Hey, pups.
Oh. Where's that Ishkia man? The lanky old chap with the glasses.
He's keeping watch over our gauntlet runner.
What? Don't feel safe leaving your gauntlet runner empty? As you like, I suppose.
I don't see that songstress, Juna. Is she not coming?
Ah, she's under the weather. poor girl went and lost her voice. Not many others could refuse an invitation from Lord Luis and live to tell it.
You're looking forward to having another chat with her, eh? What a shame. Zell got a bit droopy about missing her, too.
God's sake, Baz, belt up.
There he is!
I'm glad you could make it.
Thank you for inviting us.
Please, enjoy yourselves. As new comrades in arms, I expect you to. Now, while the drinks in their cups have yet to reach their heads, let's get the formality of introductions out of the way. Friends, today we welcome a most emboldening addition to our ranks. Doubtless you've heard of the young candidate who brought great shame to Sanctifex Forden. Before you stands the young man himself. Indeed, I was much surprised to learn he brought that Sanctorus forward with the intent of winning my regard. Commendably bold. Now, let us greet our new allies with warmth and pride.
Count Luis will be king.
Oh, these young firebrand.
Count Luis will be the king our land deserves.
The rest of the night is yours to drink in. Enjoy the party.
Now that I think about it, like the whole apparent reason why they keep saying that, like, the guards were, you know, for the past 2 weeks have not admitted that, you know, they've all lost their keys, because none of them would need them by this point, I guess. But anyway, it's because they're like, oh no, we lost a recruit. That means that we'll be, well, we got beat by people who should be weak, and that means we will get discharged or something like that. But it's also like, are we really on the tier of recruit in the organization at this point? Like, seriously, with all the pomp that Luis just introduced us to the group, would we really be put into the same, like, scrub the toilets private level, like, soldier in Luis's group? Or will we be more in the upper echelons like Goddard and the brothers? But once again,
Hey,
it just, like, extends further to the... They wouldn't really shut up because of this.
Now, would it?
Well, look who it is. The only blowhard who showed up to the competition with a head smaller than his own.
You little red-eyed! You want to say that again?
Like my opportunity to slip out?
All right.
You've taken an interest in me, and Luis has formally acknowledged it. Now I just need to find the formula to the Prince's Curse. Managed to slip out of the soiree and infiltrate the Charidrius while the guards were short-handed.
All right.
Made it so far, everything's going according to plan. Security's nice and light. We were smart to do this on the night of the soiree. The lift to the Luci's quarters up there. Hang on, there's a guard for the lift. Of course they were watching the door. I think they're looking this way though. Let's see if we can sneak a peek. No, we can't afford to get slowed down. I just may have to look for a way forward. Hey, come here for a moment. Hey, what are you doing? At the alert this morning, just making sure all the extra security measures are in working order. What's wrong with you? Something got you worked up? Oh, right, the bridge is locked. I can't get in. Give me a hand, would you? Abio's on duty, isn't he? What's he doing locking the door? I heard someone say, Lady Judah entered the bridge. Wait, you don't mean, are they alone in there? What do you think's going on?
Yeah.
That's great. This is our chance.
No way.
Oh no, the key's not working. This is the one that worked before. Maybe they changed the lock somehow? They were just talking about some extra security measures. This isn't good. What do? We don't have much time. You mean they changed it in 2 weeks? No! No!
No, we just keep up the charade as long as we can.
Might I have a moment, please? Stroll, if I recall. I've heard you're a titled noble. Yet you stand behind a commoner candidate.
I stand with a candidate who's proven he has power and potential. Besides, I'm a noble in lineage alone. My house no longer stands.
Where are you from?
Have you heard of a village called Harlia?
Certainly. It was the first village to be destroyed by the human menace.
Only because help never came. They requested reinforcements, but the army wouldn't spare a single soldier. Are the rumors true that that was by your decision?
That is true.
But why?
To save this country.
Stroll!
The Fool King and the fossils of the Sanctus Church refused to face the threat looming over this country. An adequately dramatic demonstration was required. They say you could see Harlia burning as far as the palace battlements. Confronted with that balefire, those old men could no longer deny the human threat.
Your balefire cost hundreds of innocent lives.
Do I offend you? Are you repulsed? Surely it helps you realize that you can protect nothing without power. The natural blessings you enjoyed are not infinite. Few have the luxury of living with no need to struggle and harm just to survive. But our nation would have you believe such hardship is born of moral weakness. So the punished are punished further. They die in silence like livestock. Their reality, it defies reason. All people deserve the chance to fight for their lives with their lives. Some will fall, some will triumph, and therein is true equality forged, however cruel. I am not one to stand idly by as history is wrought. All their sacrifices, and yours, shall not be in vain. A valuable conversation. I do hope you enjoy the party.
Strone.
Humblest apologies. He's a young heart and hasn't yet learned to temper his words.
No worries. Truth told, I'd take him over the sycophants.
That brat's nowhere to be seen. Where'd he slip off to?
He couldn't have. Let's go have a look around, Hector.
No, we gotta have some kind of a boss fight, right? That's right, the guards will come out. If we miss this opportunity, we won't get another.
What?
Wait, what? Strange sensation, like my body's being pulled downwards.
Oi!
What's going on? There wasn't a takeoff scheduled for tonight. Takeoff? Wait a second, you mean the runner's taking off? Why is this happening now? This wasn't part of the plan. We're getting speed. What's our course? Even this is bad. We gotta change flight path. We'll ram straight into the sphere of water. The air is thick with distortion from the maglev. If we get too close, the whole damn craft will tip. What do we do? It's commotion going to have this place full of panicking guards. If we stay put, they'll find us. Come on, follow me. Let's retreat to the deck for now.
Phew.
Ew, close one. Eep.
What was that? Floor suddenly tilted.
Because we just lied. Why did we want to run out here? Are you an idiot, Gallica?
What's going on? That soldier from earlier was freaking out about some effect from a magla crystal. Maybe this is it.
Let's just have we're safe, but how? Are we standing on the outside of Teridrius? I knew this was a big vessel. This looks like goes on for ages. Going according to plan, was expected to get thrown out onto the hull. Also, this also kind of like invalidates most of what the setup for this scenario was. No, I had to think. What could I do to keep this mission on track? Serious? Luis's quarters are all the way at the far end of the run, but actually, you got a point. He ended up being useless, so sticking him from the outside might be our best bet. You got a plan, don't you? Some way to get from here to the lower Luis? Wait, you're gonna cut straight across the hull? If anyone could do it, it's you, but are you sure you want to risk it? Remember, this is kind of funky on how it works. Get ready, we'll ride together, we'll die together. Luis's quarters are straight ahead, all the way at the end. Be careful, you should be able to jump across the glowing sections by using them as scaffolds. We're losing time, so hurry, I'll hide in your bag. Please don't kill us. You can fly. So I think you have to jump towards the glowing parts. I don't remember exactly how we jump. I think it's automatic.
Sweet.
Why are we veering so far off? Oh god. Oh, what the fuck? Oh god, who planned this? We ran out of everything. What? Okay. Not entirely certain how that worked out, but whatever. I don't see. Okay. Actually made it. We got Luis's quarters. Oh, we're gonna die there. You can be so reckless.
This is no good.
I think we're moving away from the crystal. The rudder's going back to normal. Don't get inside quick. We're dead. Oh, well, it's starting to tilt again. We have to jump through the door. Hurry, wait. Yeah. Just in time. We stayed out there like that, we'd have plummeted. Good thing we had a fade to black. What's it or not? It's nice to have a bit of luck on our side, so here we are.
And yet...
This room is actually beautiful, huh? Maybe it's got some special spells so nothing falls when it's turbulent.
Let's hurry.
Anyway, the formula we're looking for is somewhere in here. Let's hurry and find it.
Okay.
I wonder if wind or earth elemental type magic would be best for something like that. Cursed is hidden somewhere, like, I don't know, stashed behind a false panel or something? Wishful thinking, let's look for it somewhere else. No formula yet, definitely noticed something about the spells though. Where the heck is it? We'll just have to keep looking. That mark with different roads looks like it showed the Oceania area. There's a mark on one of the islands offshore. Weird, never even heard of that place. Luis is interested in this island for some reason. Wonder why. The art collection he's got here, this one looks like an exterior shot of the Teridrius. It's enough just walking around in the runner. His painting really helps put into perspective just how impressive this vessel is. It was originally developed by the State Army, and Luis claims it for his own. To him, it's a symbol of power, no doubt about that. You don't think he hit the formula behind one of these paints, you? Nah, still this place is immaculate, not a dust mote in sight. To this side must be pretty passionate about his studies, huh? Guess that's how he managed to craft such a powerful curse. Now's not the time to be speculating on his hobbies. Doesn't seem like the formula's on this shelf, so let's look elsewhere. Beautiful flowers, but I've seen them somewhere before. These are the royal flowers, the ones Luis scattered at the royal funeral. Even a room like this, like he's displaying a trophy. I wonder if that ego of his will ever fit inside of a crown. Makes it sick just thinking about it. Let's find the formula quick. We have to save the prince. Get it open. Looks like a storage closet, but it's shut pretty tight. Let's revisit this later. Going back here, I guess. What does he find? Hold up, is that...
Look! That's the same novel that you have! But why would Luis? It's a forbidden text. So there shouldn't even be many copies left.
Is it really that surprising by the obvious, like... What's the proper... There's I don't know if heretic is the right word. Apostate? Whatever. The guy who is like extremely anti like Sanctus Church, etc. would have like their forbidden text. He would have that just to be like, haha, I got your forbidden shit.
He probably just happened to find a copy.
Do you think Luis is actually reading this? If so, it doesn't seem like he's really getting its message. Wait, in there! There's a hidden box. Yes!
I don't know why you treat the freaking Utopia book like it's the fucking Bible.
What are you doing here?
I'm looking for something.
Not even bothering to hide it.
Hmm? Hey, didn't you just come out of the storage room? What were you doing in there?
I think you mean who?
Fairy from before.
I kid.
Count Luis gave me permission to come and go as I please in his private quarters.
Hey, didn't I hear you had a sore throat or something? They said you lost your voice, but you sound fine to me. Uh-huh. I get it now. You snuck in this room last time too, didn't you? Wow, you're a real repeat offender.
I'm really losing my touch.
Really, dude? She isn't that intimidating.
So, remember how I said I'd keep my eyes on you? Well, I have to say, I like what I see.
Hey, get away from him!
I don't suppose we could keep my little investigation secret. I'll keep quiet about you too, now that we're accomplices.
Oh my gosh, keep it what? He just walked up and decided to lay on my pillows. My head goes there, fluffy butt.
I don't plan on ratting you out.
I do love a smart man. So, your little cohort cases the place first, leaving you to slink in once you've got the brief. Pretty sharp.
Hey, I'm not just a little cohort. I have a proper name, and it's Gallica.
Gallica? Your name is Gallica? Wait, does this mean... So you're here for...
Someone's coming!
Well, well. The occupant's absent, but the door's locked. I see why the guards are in a panic.
There's no use hiding. This is quite a turn-up, isn't it? The runt I might have figured for a rat, but even my lord's favorite little songbird? What a scandal! And when he hears it from me, maybe I'll finally get some recognition around here.
Everything's falling apart! What do we do?
I think he's gone. If he'd stayed, he could have trapped us here. Thank goodness he's as stupid as he looks. I'll take care of this. Just listen close and act fast. The box you found contains the formula to the curse. I knew it. We both know what you're here for, right? Take what's inside, and...
Who are you?
Let's survive now. Talk later, shall we?
She told us to run, but we can't just leave her. I say we go after her.
You're kind of dumb like that.
Your attention, everyone. Assembled comrades. Let us speak of the old vulture's last grasp at power. The tournament for the throne. It hardly bears saying that the competition is a farce. It is a transparent conceit of the Sanctus Church orchestrated to win Forden the throne. For all who bristle at their hubris, and indeed for the sake of the public, this hollow pageantry must be put to rights, once and for all. And it shall be done by my hand. I hereby announce my formal entry into the competition.
But my lord, Forden would surely never allow you to enter the race midstream.
Why would I care for his permission? The late king's decree was that the crown would go to whoever had won the people's trust, not whoever indulged the church's sideshow. I will enter at my leisure. Should he deny me, Forden will be rightly denounced as the coward he is, and lose the nation's faith. Then all will know he was never the one in control. For all that we believe, and all that we have proven, we shall bring their own dogma down on their heads. All hail Lord Luis!
We got one sanctoress strung up. Now let's send Forden to the gallows.
He's entering the competition?
Even knowing it was rigged, there's still a lot he could get out of it. He's just been biding his time all along.
Luis.
Unfortunately,
Why are you all acting like this
I am
is such a
told we
big
have a
shocker
rat
kind of
in our
thing?
midst, sniffing for morsels at our esteemed colleagues' heels. Wretched rat! If you stand among us tonight, you may tell your master this. I will neither run nor hide. If you think you can stop the rule of power, then come and try.
Luis will be king! Hail King Luis!
Go and see who is absent from the soiree.
On it.
They're going outside.
Not good. They're bound to check the Gauntlet Runner. We've got no choice but to chase and stop them.
Oi, new bloke. Didn't hear you shouting Count Luis's name loud enough.
Out of the way. I'm busy.
Hey, Del! Look! The Caradrius is airborne! What? Why? You hear anything about a takeoff today? With its owner out? Impossible. The rat's behind this. You know what's been on my mind? I want to know who took out Zorba. Wouldn't catch me dead sharing drinks with him, but he weren't some half-wit. If it was the Cathedral Guards, they had help.
How do they
Think
not
the rat
know?
nipped him too?
Lord Luis has plenty of new friends hanging about. I wouldn't be surprised if some think they're clever. And me, I'd start with those stooges who cast all their magic without igniters.
Whoa, Del, eyes up. It's coming down.
Secure the perimeter. Anyone so much as blinks, the orders to kill on sight.
Whoa, Del!
This is no good.
Renner stopped. We're almost out of time. We have to chase them.
Hurry!
I was able to get in here too. Oh, this is bad.
Ready?
Apparently the lock broke. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that's a choice.
Was that?
Dude, I think she's on the deck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna ignore your stress call. Alright, to the deck then. I spell a new party member.
No. I told you to run. You're too soft.
Behave now. I'd hate to stick you through that precious throat of yours.
You know, I didn't expect you to actually bother to come. The songbird baited the trap nicely after all. I suppose that settles it. The rats were working together. Must be quite a story behind this. But more importantly, time and time again, You dragged my name through the mud. And now look who's the traitor. Oh, I'm going to make this hurt. Hector, come.
We have to complete the Rufus parallels. Except I'm way douchier than Rufus.
Wait, that's your dog? You mean he transformed at your command?
That animal's been corrupted by melancholia, and still you tamed it. Gladel, why did you hide such an amazing talent? Isn't taking hostages a bit beneath you?
What? Don't you dare patronize me. You think I don't realize it? I'm not strong, I'm no towering Basant war hero. All I've got is my wits, damn you! How could I win a rigged game but through foul play?
Foul play?
And now, I'll wipe those arrogant smiles off their faces. I should be the man being served and worshipped. Me, no one else. And yet every time, I watch them surpass me in everything I did. That bastard Luis included. They've been thorn after bloody thorn in my side, but that all ends today. I'll offer you up on a silver platter, and one day, the world will know me as its rightful ruler!
Oh my, you're pathetic.
I told you to shut your damned mouth! Go!
You're not exactly helping yourself here, Juna.
Don't move. That goes for you too, fairy. Unless you'd rather see her pretty little neck bleed.
What do we do? Right now, all we can do...
Yeah, I know, guard.
Juna might...
Oh no, we just don't do anything. It's plot.
Spectacular. A fitting end for a pack of rats. Get them, Hector.
No. Isn't there anything we
They
can
didn't even give us the option to fuck up.
You like that? Who's your king now? I am!
You let your dog do your fighting. You're such a disgrace. He has no pets here. So what's the matter? Are you too scared to fight him alone?
A duel? Have it your way. Come then, we'll do this right. I am Gladel, and you will kneel before me as your king. So, who are you to me?
I am the one who would save this country!
Well, that worked better than I expected.
This is bad. That guy is near the top of the candidate rankings. That means the royal magic will make him invincible to us.
You have the right of it. You fell for it. She brought you straight to me. Now I have you, and I'll ensure your suffering is long and painful. But see reason. Juna, if you take my son, I might be persuaded to spare you.
Am I not worthy of your affection? I'm more of a man than that bastard Luis could ever be!
Over my dead body! I am Juana Cygnus. I am no one's trinket. My life is my own to protect, and I will accept nothing less.
What? It worked?
Really?
Well,
Why just a
you're not
slap?
invincible.
Damn you! What's
Doesn't
going
she
on
have a
here?
sword?
Let me help. Your powers have intrigued me from the start. You and your friends.
Well, guess he's about to get hers.
You call it an archetype, right?
What?
I thought as much. Surprising, though. I'd written them off as a myth. Not even my sister got
We had the
close.
time for this conversation.
Still, now that I've seen their power a few times, maybe
What are you whining about,
I can do
Kiva?
it myself.
Very well, O Loathstar, who wanders in sorrow. O thou anguished traveler who hath borne the weight of parting from the start.
Henceforth, thy fears and
obscurities become thy light. Thou art the brilliant star that shall illuminate the King's Road. Now, awaken.
Look at me! What you see now is my commitment to my song!
I don't know why she got the outfit swap here for hers.
Behold, my voice rises from the depths of my heart!
Well, that was kind of a nothing there. Games, you got shoulders.
How does she have the same power? She's just a damn singer!
Never underestimate a singer! Every song is a burden, the weight of a lifetime. I have sung 1,000 songs. I've known their power my whole life. Whereas all you've ever been is a lackey. My music is lost on you. Listen and learn!
Do it! Chew them up! Tear them limb from bloody limb!
I see. So this is the power of an archetype. All it takes is a change of mask, and I can be whatever I want. Poetic, really? Especially for me. That's just as well. You can lend me your strength too.
This isn't the kind of thing you can just imitate. Do you know about this power?
Not much. It's been a while. Now, I hope you've had your fun, because you're about to pay for it in full.
Shut up! Just shut up! I'll crush you with my own hands! A duel, then. You can die together.
I don't know why they're explaining this when we can't actually do anything with it until after the fight. But yeah, as they say, the whole thing about her is that basically they lose their accessory slot to take on a different archetype's abilities. I forgot he was actually weak to wind. I was just doing that as an experimentation because, like, okay, they gave us the wind mask specifically. There's got to be a reason for that, right?
Stay strong, Hector!
Is it even possible to lose this fight?
Hector! Damn it! Damn you all!
I'll behold this power. Raging fire!
By this
I
power!
don't think that. Okay, he doesn't have a weakness, probably.
You bastards!
I'll show you.
I go into the burn would probably be a good idea.
Let's go! Win!
Behold this power! Raging fire!
Your
Magic Seeker!
Nothing!
Still up?
Die!
Masked dancer!
Magic Seeker!
Help me! I give. Please. I'll not say a word about you sneaking in. Just spare my life, I beg you.
What do we do? If we let him run off, he's obviously going to rat us out.
But killing him would give us a lot to explain. Maybe we should work out some kind of deal.
Idiots! It's the oldest trick in the book!
I know, it's about to do 50 damage. Oh, You press X there.
Why? What's happening? No. I'm the future.
Oh yeah, this one's kind of weird.
I can't. I can't breathe. Why?
Yeah, for some reason the king's magic kills him.
Is he dead? So the magic protected us. But
What the hell?
Dead? You lot kill him.
No! He's the one who attacked us! And then the king's magic did all that to him!
That the truth of it?
Oh, he snuck into Count Luis's private quarters. Must have gotten in with all the confusion of takeoff, I suppose.
Right? And why did the bloody thing take off like that? We could hardly believe our eyes.
Oh, well, you know me and my indulgences, boys. Perhaps I got a bit carried away, but we're in Brilehaven. I simply had to see the night view over the city.
You having a laugh?
Anyway, then Gladel went from crass to violent. That's when he stepped in to help, right?
Yes. Exactly.
Right!
Crikey, Lady Juna, I'm sorry. Sounds like you've had a right awful evening.
Hold on. You were supposed to be at the soiree, weren't you? That's a lot of ground to cover, isn't it?
Why? One would think you don't believe us, Fidelio. I'm wounded. You truly doubt me.
Well, no, just...
Suppose that means the rat was Glodell. Lord Louis said we got a traitor in our midst is all. We came by thinking to catch him.
Is that so? Well, hadn't you better report back? Shall we make what we can of this party together?
Your throat all better then, Lady Juna?
Yes, much better. He gave me such a thorough examination after all. He took good care of my throat.
You...
If you'd come a bit earlier, I might have asked you to do it.
Really? Hardly matters to me.
Anyway, I'd say this bears reporting. Let's leave the guards to their cleanup and get out of here.
Yeesh, looks could kill. Scary.
So Gladel was our rat, was he? And he's already been executed?
Afraid so.
The two of them were the only ones who left the soiree early. Sounds like Gladel overstepped, and Lady Juna and the new lad had to fight him down.
Or it could have been the other way around.
Too right. Dead can't speak, after all, and we've no other witnesses to the scene.
Now hold on.
Gladel was a right prolific candidate. We know the king's magic protected him. Their story goes that he attacked them and got petrified to death for it. If that's true...
Yeah, why did it petrify him to death this time? Like, all the other times we've seen the magic activate, it paralyzes, it doesn't kill. The death comes because they're defenseless before the person they tried to attack. Like what would happen with Grius. And if we actually tried to attack, the frickin' bald elf dude that we could have fought before, that was part of Forden's crew, the third rank guy whose name I am completely blanking on.
The boy'd have to have the stand-in for it.
That fact is no longer in question. I received a report a short while ago. They say your face has emerged on the King's Rock. It appears your stunt with the Sanctoress earned you some renown.
Hey, good for you, pup.
And that's how the magic got to Gladel.
We're in more danger than we knew, but the risk paid
One
off.
wonders what you stopped Gladel from doing. What was he after there?
Yeah, who knows? We were hardly in a position to ask.
Wonder if he was on Old Fort.
My god, your acting is terrible, lady. She's always very quick. Who knows? We could hardly know.
No.
It's like she seems
He'd
to
been in
trying
that
to be
monk
acting
with old Neck
suspicious.
Since the race had barely started. Tried to snuff him out in the wilds too, not anywhere he'd have had an audience.
No matter. Forden has been kind enough to whip the people into a frenzy over this race. I'll step in and reap what he so graciously sowed. From here on, you will serve as my eyes and ears.
Understood.
Let us see what scheme Forden devises for the next task. Until then, you may take your ease in the city.
Oh, and with Gladel out with the rubbish, might I promote him to the role of my chauffeur?
Are you serious?
Is it so strange? He does have his own gauntlet runner. In fact, I'd better go make sure it's up to my standards.
Let her do as she pleases.
What's wrong, Del? Looking a bit green around the gills.
Gladel was an ambitious man, yeah, but is that enough to justify him looting Count Luis's personal quarters? What was in it for him? All right.
With that, we are ranked 20.
Sorry for barging in. A bit late for introductions, I expect. What? You haven't told them about me yet?
I can't tell them what you haven't told me.
So, can I assume that you are one of us? That is, we too stand alongside Count Luis, but how to say it?
I think you and I were after the same thing in old Luis's room. You really weren't told.
Don't tell me you're the other agent Grius mentioned.
Grius? Is he the one who died at the Grand Cathedral? I'm sorry. They kept... but I understand the objective well enough. The curse on His Highness the Prince can't be lifted by conventional methods. So we either kill the caster or get the formula.
I see. So you and Grius were the two prongs of the operation. You get the formula, he hunts the caster.
Ever since the King's magic made it impossible to kill Luis, I've been ready to meet up with a new contact. I just wasn't expecting one so young. If I hadn't learnt the fairy messenger's name was Gallica, I'd never have realized it was you.
I'm pretty shocked myself. I never figured the big famous songstress would be on our side. And I thought you and Luis were... you were
his lady love. God, no. I wouldn't be caught dead in that madman's quarters unless it was to rob him blind. No. Luis keeps me close because he likes my voice. That's all. He made the lines of that relationship quite clear, with no room for messier entanglements.
I think that clears up your place here. But I have to say, you're risking a lot for a side job. Why go to these lengths when you've so much to lose?
At first, it was just coincidence. I tend to find myself in honored company, and I happened to be around where a resistance operative was doing a spot of recon.
So, in sooth, you were strong-armed into this?
What? No. Quite the other. I requested to join. When fate beckons, one can't just turn her away. A singer's whole self is built off all she experiences. This seemed like a chance for a once-in-a-lifetime inspiration for my art. And nobody else had a plausible way or reason to get close to Luis. So, you could say our interests aligned.
All that just so you could grow as a singer. You really are devoted, and fearless to boot.
I know what I'd put my life on the line for, that's all. You all have something like that, don't you? A devotion that anyone else might see as foolish.
Ha! The girl's bold as brass. No wonder she's got all the crown's subjects by the heartstrings, eh?
Well, half of it might be because of my birth. A Nydia girl's got to be bold to step out into this world at all. Though it's hard for most people to understand why. Singing is everything to me. To truly stir even a single soul. I'd take that over 1,000 of the church's accolades. Well, anyhow, that's what's going on with me. I'll stick close to Luis for now so he doesn't start suspecting anything. Any objections? Captain?
Sure, fine by me.
I knew you were the sort of man who knows what to say. Glad to meet you as a proper comrade. Gets your heart going, doesn't it?
And Juna has now joined up with
Well,
us.
didn't see that coming. But I guess we've got another ally now. Our journey looked pretty precarious at first, but it's gone surprisingly smoothly. I'll do my best to help too. Let's see this through.
It's Gallica's strong determination and resolve.
Gotta get back on track. Anyway, welcome aboard, Juna. Oh, right! Let's decipher the formula we found. Hopefully we can finally break the curse.
Do we even know anyone who can read the blasted thing? I love a good blueprint, but this formula leaves me a tad glazed, what?
Actually, Grease's notebook mentioned a Rella in the margins. Seems like he had it in mind to bring it to her.
Rella? The girl they call the Saint?
Saint Rella. Indeed, she would be the most qualified. After the attack on His Highness, we sent for the kingdom's best healer. It was she who answered our summons, and she who saved His Highness from certain death.
Hold on, the best healer in the kingdom? That attack was over 10 years ago. That so-called saint looked about my age.
Rella was a prodigal talent. One of the most gifted at the Mage Academy. Even as a child, she outclassed her teachers with an igniter.
Wait, you know her?
I'm afraid she's a bit out of our reach now, though. She left a while ago to return to her work at the royal capital. We couldn't manage such a trip under Luis's gaze.
Well, a trip to the royal capital would hardly put us out. We'll just pip over with a bit of magic. No, really, it's dashing convenient.
There are some conditions, but we could travel instantly to a few specific places.
Well, no sense waiting. Let's be off. Right. All yours.
You actually did it! We're at the royal capital! Wait, how did you do that?
Don't shout in the streets, would you?
How can I not? Do you know how incredible this is? What are you people?
Hey, look. Isn't that the songstress?
It is! It's the Lady Juna! Oh, I've always wanted to shake her hand. Oh, hell.
The price of fame. If word gets out that you were seen here, it'll be hard to explain yourself later on.
You think she would know better?
Rella works at the church on Main Street. I'll lead the way.
You know your way around, eh?
Wait, this Rella's a world-class healer.
Why wouldn't she know her
She's
way around the
working
freaking
as a local
capital?
doctor.
Is that uncommon?
Igniters are not known for their use in healing. Indeed, 'tis a virtually impossible feat, often reserved for the nobility. I'd have expected Saint Rella to serve the court only.
If she turned down that prestige in the name of helping the common folk, then I suppose she really has earned her saint.
Come on, let's hurry on.
What do you make of all this, Captain? If we ask her to decipher the curse, we risk exposing our identities and our aims. Do you trust her?
Let's meet her first.
A fair thought. We need not be so reluctant.
If you say so, then let's get on.
You think we're putting a lot of eggs in one basket at this point?
Let's hurry.
What other church could you be in, but the only one we have access
Putting some
to?
elixirs away. Be with you in a moment. Hello, how can I help you? Juna!
Long time no see. Sorry for all of us storming the place.
And you're the one who was at the exhibition.
Right. Now that you all know each other's names, Rella is my older sister. Adopted sister, that is. Her family took me in. Though don't spread it around. The public doesn't know, and we don't know who tried to exploit it.
It's been forever, Juna. I'm so sorry. I really was planning to meet you after the opening ceremony.
I understand. You were attending to Sanctifex Forden until Brylehaven. But that's wonderful. Such deft social climbing even puts Father's efforts to shame, eh?
Ugh, social climbing. Glad to make your acquaintance.
I am... Actually, there's something we'd like you to look at.
Where did you get this?
I know it's asking a lot, but could you share anything you know? Without asking too many questions?
I've seen something like this before. I'd never forget. Objectively speaking, the magic involved is a direct inversion of a healing spell. Popularly known as a curse.
I suppose that stands to reason.
Pardon the late introduction. I am Hulkenberg, a Knight of the Crown. As you may have guessed, that is the formula to the curse that slew His Royal Highness, the Prince.
Hold on!
The death of His Highness was a tragedy, one I would see repaid in full. As His Royal Guard, 'tis my duty to punish the treasonous snake responsible. Then, surely, the man who penned this was Louise.
Look, what happened at the exhibition? We were trying to get closer to Louise. You're a holy woman, so I couldn't ask your forgiveness. But if you could at least understand.
The Lady Joanna's penitence was sincere. To hear her, I thought it must be so. It was Forden who chose such a terrible punishment. That was what scared me.
Oh, Rella.
Seriously, whatever punishment would they have in medieval society for someone who mass murdered her own subjects?
I'm a bit relieved. I heard rumors Louise had swept you off your feet and you'd been hanging on his arm since. I worried for you so, Juna. I see now I needn't have given it a second thought.
Of course. I am Juani's Cygnus, and my life, it...
Yes, your life is your own, I know. Just make sure you're not causing
Did
trouble
they ever
for
go
everyone
into
else.
why she calls herself both Juna and Juani?
I suppose this is another dramatic and risky gesture? Like when you ran away from home in a frenzy of passion, declaring you'd take the stage or die trying.
No! Well, sort of. Maybe, yes, but... Oh, you didn't have to put it like that.
I've looked over the formula. From what I can tell, this spell's effects are enduring. As long as the magic's source continues to exist, the effect shall never fade. The trouble is, while most curses simply consume the magic released in the moment's casting, this one is designed to perpetually draw on the magic of the caster.
So as long as Luis lives, it doesn't matter where his victims run and hide. Sounds just like him.
But I'm afraid even if His Highness still lived, I don't think anyone could have broken the curse using this. this formula isn't complete. It's a mere outline, clearly jotted from memory. I couldn't tell you how to lift the curse from this alone. What? Then I'm sorry I couldn't be of any help.
No, you've done plenty. Especially since we're the ones who sprang this on you.
Pardon me, young man. May I say one last thing? You're a friend of hers, aren't you? Please, keep Juna safe.
Of course. I'll do what I can.
Thank you. She can be reckless sometimes. I'll be here for the foreseeable future. Any friend of Juna is welcome here, so stop by any time you like.
The curse is impossible to break?
Did I miss a funeral? I've never seen you lot so gloomy.
What do we do now?
The only way left is to take down Luis himself.
The impossibility of that is precisely what led us here, Stroll. And now, we are no further than when we started.
Plenty of assassins have come for Luis, but the King's magic works every time. They all died frozen in agony.
Even if we could fight him properly, do we stand a chance? The man's an unparalleled master of both martial and magic arts.
This might be the end.
Still, we have to stop Luis, no matter what. The royal magic's not an absolute shield. It cost Gladel his life. We've just got to maintain the trust we've earned from Luis, and eventually we'll get our chance.
For now, he told us to wait until the race's next task is announced.
Then we'll have to do just that.
I'm pooped from all this brainstorming. I could use a break in the Gauntlet Runner.
If we take Juna out in public, we might attract a crowd. We can't risk Luis catching on. We were in the royal capital. Today I asked her to stay in the runner away from prying eyes.
Wow, I must say I'm impressed. You have enough beds to accommodate this many people?
Yes, as much as they grumble about cramped quarters.
Apologies. 'Tis hardly accommodation worthy of a diva. And I confess the ride itself is often jarring.
At the very least, I'll be happy with a bath. You have a room for that, I trust?
Right this way, milady.
Well, no point getting reckless now. Let's think about this some more tomorrow. By the way, what have you been doing all this time, Eurus?
Thinking, mostly. Been having a good old ponder ever since I saw Luis's Skyrunner in the air. Always been my dream to fly on wings, you see. Not with any of this magic levitatory. But then in you come with this teleportation. Made me start wondering if there was any valid point at all to my flight theory, what? A long while back, I did a flight experiment to prove my theory was sound. Failed spectacularly, though, and got myself all crunched up in the process. I was still in bed, midway through my convalescence, when they told me I was to be demoted.
I didn't know.
Between us, old boy, my flight theory's complete. Principles are sound and tested. All that's left are the practicals, incorporating it into the Gauntlet Runner. But ever since that accident, I suppose I've been afraid to move forward with it. Afraid of failure. You and the rest of our merry band are risking your very lives for the prince. Here I sit moping, The way I see it, your teleportation can only take us places we've been. If we want to see new horizons, we'll need to take to the skies. It'll take time, no doubt, but I'll put my very soul into it. No shortcuts, and when I fly, I'll do it my way.
Going right into the ground. Yeah, we can now change up our party.
So?
So in the runner today, our plans didn't pan out, but we should just concentrate on getting our strength back for now. I don't know.
Alright, where to?
Are we in Briarhaven now? Really hope so.
Sure.
I'm surprised that Luis didn't catch that we left. Yes, we teleported, but why doesn't he have, like, people watching our gauntlet runner at all times, you know? Good time to for some oh. Yep. We got a new party member, that means she gotta read our book.
What's the matter?
Can't sleep?
Well, that is rather the problem. I'm wide awake. Once we're back tomorrow, I'll sneak the formula back into Luis's room. Even if he suspected us, he'd never work out that we got to the capital and showed it to Rella in a single night. He won't find out about our mission.
Probably have Juno return any Magla keys we got on the Radrius too, just to be safe. Give them to her later.
You know, I'm a bit surprised. I thought I was fine doing all that infiltration at Luis's place. Turns out I wasn't. Finally having others who know the truth, and having gotten to see my sister. I didn't realize how exhausted I am. And you personally saved me from danger back there. I'm terribly grateful to you. You're lucky, really. I'll have you know I'm rarely this candid. That's the forbidden text you mentioned in Luis's room, is it? I've seen... What's it like? Can I read a bit of it? The prevailing culture of the world is one of freedom in all things. No faith, fealty, or philosophy enforces ideology. All are free to create, and all are free to embrace those creations. This
No one tell
culture's
Twitter.
influence spreads throughout the world. It is even said that a song of peace was powerful enough to bring an end to war. How inspiring. It's hard to imagine that a single song could be so influential. I wonder what the world would be like if a song really could reach all people's hearts, no matter their status or tribe. We Nydia, we're all liars, you know. Everyone told us we were inherently worthless, just a fact of our birth. So I learned some glamours to make myself at least look valuable.
And you do that by looking like an Elda.
This form, it's all just a fancy disguise, really. A gilded mask for the world to admire. Or not. No, do forgive me. That was all lies, lies, lies. I don't think it's necessarily a good idea to reveal yourself entirely. But you should always have the freedom to. If these new powers are to give form to my ideals, I want to create a world where we can appreciate each other's freedom. I'll make sure everyone hears that in my songs, no matter what happens.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now, prepare to hear the race's next challenge. To recap, the 20 candidates with the current highest approval on the King's Rock will be the only ones to proceed. I'd say the results of the exhibition are sure to have spread by now. Let's have a look at the standings, shall we? In first place, the undisputed winner, bane of sea monsters and savior of the people, our very own Sanctifex Forden! And the traitor Luis in second, despite not actually being in the race. But in third, we have the warrior monk captain, Master Guido! Furthermore,
Guido, that's his name.
In the end, everyone but Luis is just representing the Sanctus Church. What's your point? I dare say that's a relief. We'll finally be done with all this chaos. A return to normalcy.
Ha! Normalcy. Funny how it's only the rich who miss how things used to be. But now Count Luis has the people behind him. He'll save the common man.
Yes, we're all keeping our ears out for a response from Luis's faction. But we do have one standout who's seen a stunning jump in popularity since the exhibition. The lad responsible for exposing the sins of the Sanctoress Joanna. Valiant human slayer. Yes, it's the young Elder.
Right, wasn't expecting that one. Nameless to famous in a single night. Just like that, he's in the top 20.
Oi, crier man, where's the windbag? The one what acted all high and mighty over a tiny human head.
Who? Oh, right, that Gladel or something. No sign of him, probably saw the writing on the wall and dropped out.
So it really was all talk then? A disgrace to the Rusum, hiding his inadequacy behind Luis's authority.
But the boy candidate isn't the only one in the spotlight. We've a rising star by the name of Katharina. Some big ideas, that girl. I hear she plans to put a price
wait, she's
on
still in the running? But she said she dropped out.
if she takes the throne.
And she was actually able to get in the top 20?
And what's wrong with that? If they're sitting on most of the kingdom's money, they can afford to hire a little extra security every day. Let them sweat it out.
Now here's a surprise. We've got a Mastari candidate still in the running. And my sources say they hail from, well, Ferga Island.
A pagan island, eh? But they're filthy barbarians. Besides, nobody could compare to Lord Milo.
The final roundup's actually looking pretty diverse. We're just about ready to announce the next leg of the race. And that's the bell! Thank you for waiting, ladies and gents. It's time to begin the second round of the tournament for the throne! First of all, congratulations to
Wait,
the 20
wasn't he just in freaking Grand Trad? Now he's in freaking... what?
Officially the winners of the first round. Let's give them a hand!
No sign of Luis. Even if he does plan to take over, suppose he's still not eager to play by their rules.
I haven't seen Juna this morning either.
I heard some nobles say she had a job suddenly come up. Better that the audience doesn't see her with us, anyway.
Now, at long last, we are ready to announce their next challenge. This time, the task for the candidates is recovering and offering a divine relic!
What? A relic?
Don't worry, we're happy to explain everything. You'll not want to forget this, so we've arranged for you to hear it from an unforgettable voice. To tell us more, please welcome to the stage.
And now she's in her red outfit instead of the white version of this she had earlier. Seriously, that hair.
Her sudden obligation revealed, I suppose.
Chosen heroes! Your next destination is Altaberry Heights, the capital of the Principality of Montario. You are to gather there by the deadline, with a divine relic in hand to offer the Sanctus Church. Tragically, there are still heathens in this land who choose to reject Sanctism. They care nothing for salvation. They cling to strange idols, calling them divine relics, believing them gifts from their eldritch gods. But their rituals are unstable, and their relics just primitive magic tools. It is time we put an end to this misguided witchery. Take these relics from the pagan's grasp and bring them to the birthplace of Sanctism. Altaberry Heights, in Montario. Please deliver them to their rightful place in God's hands. May all our aspiring heroes be blessed with good fortune and the favor of God. I pray for your success.
I just had the realization. Later on, the game proves that the Sanctus Church is actually right about what they just said about the Divine Relics.
Got a real presence before a crowd, doesn't she?
I don't know if the game really realizes that.
Focus, Iceland, focus.
By the deadline of the second round, Altaberry will begin the festivities for the autumnal Montario Saints' Day. This two-day event kicks off on Saints' Day Eve, with the main celebrations on the day proper. And this year's event will be historic. His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden, will be personally sealing the collection of the pagan relics. To celebrate, the songstress Juna will be dedicating a ceremonial song. You won't want to miss this, folks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on my mark, let the second round of the Tournament for the Throne begin!
They're unabashedly ordering them to steal relics from pagan land now. That's plunder! They would steal our very culture!
That candidate's a Mustari. Small wonder he's so aghast. Forden's stooping to a new low.
What do you mean?
By and large, the Mustari are a pagan people. Their relics are cultural touchstones, vital to their hearts and faiths. And Forden's just ordered us to loot them as we please.
But in our case, we won't even know what we're doing until Luis gives the order.
Either way, we're bound for Altaberry. It's further east. We've a long trip ahead of us.
Oh, my shoulder hurts. I don't care if it's the Crown Theocracy. You'd think they'd ask me a little sooner than the morning of.
Still managed to put on a hell of a show for him. Lady Juna, Count Luis has sent for you. And you lot too, I suppose.
Looks like our first job's come in.
These men have me running all over. We're back, Lord Luis.
Funny, isn't it? Since the Gladel incident, you've been inseparable from this gang.
Well, one has to keep one's chauffeur in line, don't you think?
Hey, heard you got a gig at the Sanctus Festival? Good on ya!
Thanks. Though I don't know if it's worth celebrating. Seems to me it's to keep Lord Luis in check. Putting me on stage the whole time might keep you from crashing their Saints' Day party.
And if we try anything, they'll use it as an excuse to blacklist you. Just the kind of shite you'd expect from those Sanctist stooges.
You need fear nothing. It is Forden who now stews in his dread. That he seeks the divine relics is common knowledge. But who would simply give up an idol on par with a god's reverence? He has all but commanded that we take it by force. The king's magic ruined his schemes. You humiliated him in the public eye. And in one desperate final grasp for authority, the fool has placed his fate in my hands. Forden's game will soon end. Let us at least give him the finale he deserves.
What are you planning to do?
What? Do you need to hear it repeated? I will give Forden his death.
And what of the king's magic?
You'll see soon enough. For now, you need only follow my orders. Your task is to obtain a certain divine relic on my behalf. The artifact in question is a lance known as Dracodius.
Dracodios. The Draco implies something to do with dragons, I presume?
Suffice to say, the lore behind this particular relic intrigues me. You will acquire it in time for Saints' Day, and bring it to me.
Pretty high stakes, my lord. You sure you want this crop of novices on the job?
Rest assured, my other agents have their own relics I've assigned them to pursue. I've no urgent need for this lance, nor for them, should they fail.
I'll go along and keep an eye on them, shall I? You can bet that if they try and run off with the relic, I'll put a stop to it.
You certainly are attached to them, aren't you?
Well, it's their first formal assignment in your service, after all. I can be your eyes and ears.
So be it then. You may act accordingly.
So, my lord, where can we find this fancy lance?
Find your clues elsewhere. You have nothing further from me. Prove you think as well as you fight. May we both find success in the pursuit of our shared vision.
Well, we're back at the inn. So far, the only thing we know for sure is that it's called Dracodius. I guess we've got no choice but to go somewhere else and try to gather more information. Let's go! As I recall, we gotta go find the Mystari dude. I think the game probably first wants us to go here to the informant.
Hey,
The
listen.
informant has now vanished. Well then. Remember the dude hanging around the pier?
Wonderful.
You're not
Hey! Hey!
Oh, okay. It has to be around here?
You're...
Virginia, you took... Oh, a candidate. Not only that, but the inferior elder dared to interrupt my speech. Have you come to interfere again?
No.
Not doing anything offensive. Your presence here is a distraction. I must gather as many followers as I can, after all. An actress toe. What could the world coming to if a scuzzbugger like him could be a notable candidate? You always say that about the candidate that isn't theirs. And you got some nerve, how dare you show your face in front of a believer? You had to take Taurus execute simply to improve your status, didn't you? Immoral, blasphemous elder? But you shall fail. Lately there have been pagans loitering around displaying the area too. Oh, I think we know who we gotta find then.
Just can't stand it. You're not serious.
Wonderful.
What am I gonna do?
Grand, innit?
Dear me.
Well met.
Excellent.
Wonderful. Grand, innit?
What am I gonna do?
Aha!
Proper aces.
Hey, mister!
Oi. Well met, eh?
Oh, I see the Mystari.
Oh.
The one to the mass went. Oh! Okay then.
Well met, eh?
I'm just incredulous.
Hey, listen.
Excuse me.
Huh?
Oh, dang it. Goes by the Merchant's
Okay,
Bazaar.
Hey,
Yep.
listen.
I'm just...
Guess I was right in my initial, hey, let's go to the tavern first. Oh, wait.
Hey!
But the Divine Lands where you can fill us in.
see.
That's just from the chief, not me. To return to the island via ship any moment now, he'll be wearing a mask, carrying a staff, both passed down for generations. Guess I better hurry to the Merchant's Bazaar and search for the person in a mask.
Right there.
What is it?
Wonder if I could have been one of Wonderful. Proper aces.
Now what am I to
Stop!
do?
Hang on. isn't that? Look at that! Besides,
It's the first time the game actually changes that dialogue to say, hey, your face is up there somewhere.
What am I to do?
You can't actually see it on this model, but it's totally there. Totally.
Well met, eh?
There he is.
I can't believe this. He would have them all take what they please. This same atrocity all over again. Damn him, and damn his crown theocracy.
He's in quite a state. Though I can hardly blame him, with everyone ordered to ransack his homeland. For now.
This is another one of those kind of weird things. They're talking about how everyone's going to be starting to ransack the Mustari homeland. But we go there. We don't meet any other candidates there. It's weird.
Excuse me?
What? Never seen a pagan before?
I don't know much about divine relics, but I know all too well what it's like to see your homeland threatened.
The divine relics are symbols of our faith. More than that, they are the soul of our culture, our history.
Followers of the old native beliefs worship idols that are known to conduct magic, which they call divine relics. But unlike the igniters of modern times, they are primitive in make and function, and often dangerous. So said my studies, at least.
Oh, far from it. Divine relics aren't primitive in the least. That's just Sanctus propaganda. Really, it's the opposite. Most of these relics are powerful beyond belief, and igniters are just our crude imitations of them. If you'd ever seen one yourself, you'd know the difference. They don't call them divine for nothing. With powers like that, they might as well have come from the gods.
You're that songstress. Didn't expect to hear all this from you, after what you said for the crowd.
Well, a job's a job. But as I'm sure you're aware, pagans aren't the only ones oppressed by the church.
You really are well informed. And it sounds like you know something of oppression. Did you perhaps come from the Mage Academy?
Details, darling. I've seen abuse of powers before, and I'd rather not see it again.
The other candidates seem bent on taking relics by any means necessary. But you all seem different.
To be fair, we are looking for one. The only relic we know by name right now is Draco Dios.
The Lance of the Dragon God. So that's why you came up to me. I suppose anyone would want our homeland's greatest treasure. The Lance is no secret we're trying to hide. Truly, I hope mainlanders come by the scores to see it. Our village is on an island in the World Tree's embrace, where the Dragon God sleeps. On a clear day, you can see it from this land.
An island across the ocean. You mean Verga Island, then? 'Tis a large island in the inland sea. Most of its inhabitants are Mustari, and it remains
it's
the only
not
place
the
in the
Mustari
land
homeland?
where Sanctism has not taken root.
I'm not out to abolish Sanctism myself. I just don't want everything we believe in to be destroyed.
So that's why you're in this race.
I thought I could change
Why
the
did
world.
Heisbay sound like he was just
And then I
coming
saw
into the
the truth.
conversation like that?
What a fool I was. I've not introduced myself yet, have I? My name is Edeni. Take my advice. Forget about Dracodios. We can't hand it over, and you'll never reach it anyway.
We don't intend to take it by force.
Even if you did, you'll not find any ships that sail there. And that's only the first obstacle in your way. Take my word. It's no place for an outsider. It's time I stopped chasing a fool's dream. I need to face reality. And if you're smart, you'll do the same.
Well, sounds like Draco Dios is on Verga Island somewhere.
Is there really no ship passage there? This is the biggest port in the kingdom.
'Tis true. His words remind
The
me.
fact that our runner
Thanks
looks like
to
it
both
has the
sea
front of a
currents
ship
and
to it
cultural
doesn't mean anything,
tensions,
right?
The only merchant ships passing Verga Island embark from Montario.
But Montario's on the other side of the bloody sea. You can't seriously be suggesting we go there first and then loop back to Verga. We'd never make the deadline.
Then let's bally well conquer this inland sea ourselves. Don't worry, chums. I'm on the job.
You worried about Lady Juna? Actually asking this time, not just prodding.
Shut up.
Tell. You still don't trust them, do you?
How can I? We've only known them for a matter of days. Look, the whole Gladel mess, you really think they're innocent?
Then let's go with them, yeah? Me and you. You do whatever makes sense to you, Del. You know I'll follow wherever you go.
You never could keep your mouth shut, eh?
What the?
Wait a second. You're not saying this thing can sail now?
Quite right. While you lot were hobnobbing at old Luis's soiree, I had his runner all to myself. And believe you me, I got quite an eyeful. Came away full of ideas. After all, this old girl wasn't designed as a land runner alone. All about modular design, don't you know? Flexible jointage. So I did a bit of tinkering.
But why? We'd not even spoken of the island until moments ago.
Island Schmeiland, milady. Look at the map. What's our shortest route to Montario, eh? A straight shot through the inland sea.
Huh. The man has a point. That never dawned on me.
Besides, I've kept my ears open, what? Here there be monsters and all that rot. You'll need more than a ship for these waters. You'll need a proper sea runner.
Oh, right! Eurus, you weren't at the exhibition, so you wouldn't know. Forden already killed the big sea monster out there. It had a huge head.
Really? Don't tell me you're making the trip in that.
Why are you two here?
Bodyguard duty, Lady Juna. We're along for the ride, especially since you're bound for some remote wild island.
These poor newcomers are working so hard and you still can't trust them. Or is it me you don't trust?
We're here on Master Luis's orders. I'm sure I don't have to outline the pecking order there. Or do you have a problem with us being around?
Rather, we're running short on beds.
Oh, don't worry. Del doesn't take up as much space as me.
Oh, belt up. Besides, you really expect this rust bucket to survive a night at sea?
If you don't like it, leave. Nobody's forcing you to come.
Looks like we're crewmates then. Nothing like a sea voyage for a bit of fun, yeah?
This is a fine mess. Wasn't expecting them along. What do you think their angle is?
They probably still suspect us.
I agree. We definitely crossed a line with the whole Gladel incident.
Nah, really?
Suppose that's that, eh? I'll do a last check on her amphibials, make sure she's shipshape. Give me a shout when you're ready.
As I recall, we do have a boss fight immediately upon going out to sea. Really AoE focused? Oh, Heisman has been taken out of the party. That works for what we're doing. I want Stroll and Swordmaster for his AoEs. A Hulkenberg. What do I ever set up with? Conde. Field Arts works. Also do bot just in case.
I see this. All right.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
And now, finally, pretty much over halfway through the game, we finally have a magic specialist with Juna.
I've learned a new skill.
Also, she's the one who wants to learn Faker stuff.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
I could do it!
And she only has 2, and yeah, see, Faker 10, you know, for her, well, it's her elite class. Now you might see that she looks like she has quite a few skills, but all of these are taken from her, they're taken from her mask. Ah, she gets that at 11, that at 20. These are the only 2 skills she learns because it's supposed to be made up with the fact that she can equip new skills. And her, but isn't this one? It doesn't say what it is, but it's Persona Master, because of course. And this this is all about giving weaknesses to enemies. And also giving Deikaja with a fire twist to it. Although, where is it? Yeah, this is one of the big things that she gets. Freaky Masquerade Charge. It's, well, it's the good old charge skill. You're going to be dealing over double damage with a physical attack, with that. So, yeah. Kinda good. I don't remember what else I usually give her. This healer.
Alright.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Anything with a magic twist. And I guess you'd also toss her.
I've learned a new skill.
Yeah, toss her. There we go.
This, alright.
Nudo.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
And I think we're about to. Yeah, I might want to try passing around some lightning.
I'll always aim higher.
I think the next boss might be weak to lightning.
All right then.
There's more.
Let's go.
Because we actually got to get into how we make the mask that Juna can use.
Now, where was I?
Honestly, the whole, like, mask thing does actually make, like... Yeah, there we go, special experiment. Anyway, like, the mask thing does actually make Juno way more usable than you would expect. Given the fact that she's shown up Blight, she has no other classes, and her only current one is at level 5. Damn it, we don't have... Really wish we could actually get some of the Mage Mask stuff, but apparently we don't have access to them. And of course, you're also kind of seeing one of the problems with this system is the fact that it can get kind of grindy. Only one I can make is Knight. Well, that ain't gonna help out much. The other problem with the fact is, like, well, yeah, we don't actually, we can't see, oh wait, here we go, yeah, this is an actual expert class. In order to actually get this one, we would need to make both a warrior mask, a sword master mask, and then you combine them together to make the samurai mask. And then, like, well, that just gives the skills for samurai. If you actually wanted some of the earlier skills, guess what? You gotta remake those masks. So again, grindy.
All right then. Go.
Young man.
Wonderful.
Young man.
Now what am I to do?
Guess instead...
What now?
I knew I could do it. I've learned a new skill.
This can also give
I
her
knew I could
that
do
many.
it.
She also has kind of an issue that, yeah, she only has one inheritance slot for her main class. Can't actually make someone swap over.
Ready to depart?
Verga Island is this spot right here. Wonder how many days away it is.
Oh, we can count, so, 3. Well, 3 nights, I should say.
Oh.
Our agent's currents are right pain, Miguel. We must go round and across them lest they carry us off course. By my reckon, it take us 4 days and 3 nights, give or take. We need to see, huh? Hope Stroll can handle it. With Juna and her 2 thorns in our side, tension may be high. Well, nothing to do but move forward. Jolly good. Rest assured, I'll get us through these waves of our guy and gently as can be.
Tis actually moving. A fine effort.
Was it ever in doubt? You're the master at the helm, my dear.
Verga Island, eh? Well, I can say it's wholly foreign to me.
Tis a land within an archipelago where many Mustari live. I've heard their faith involves a special maiden of some kind.
How have they managed to avoid the church's influence? I doubt they've the manpower or arms to fend off the crown theocracy.
There's something there that could overturn history, as the Sanctists tell it. Something so damning they couldn't even afford their soldiers seeing it. So the rumors say, at least. Might just be a conspiracy theory.
As for this dragon god's lance, we shall need to negotiate.
If negotiations are even on the table.
Ugh, why all the fuss? Just kill them and take it.
Nothing else works, yeah? Keep it simple.
It's always kill, kill, kill with you two.
Hey, Lord Luis's orders. Don't need to tell you, do I?
Yet you'd impugn Count Luis's reputation with wanton massacre. Simple, was it?
Ugh, give it a rest. Are we there yet?
Hard to talk strategy with those two hanging around.
Ladies and gentlemen, feast your ears on this! The elder boy candidate seems to have crossed the channel to the island! On a gauntlet runner too!
Is he alright?
Guess he is actually violated still. The heck?
If he made it,
I guess
that means
the
my
podiums
husband
look
can go out
similar.
fishing again, doesn't it?
I have to say, I expected at least one daredevil to try plowing straight through the inner sea, but I never thought it'd be that boy.
That's the same lad who exposed that lady from Martera, isn't it? He's not bad.
But Verga Island's infamous people, treacherous. Even the crown theocracy struggled with them for years. So how will this shake out? The festivities have just begun.
The Gauntlet Runner takes to the water in its new form, setting out to the wide open sea. Their destination, Verga Island, an enigmatic foreign land that not even the long arm of Sanctism can reach. Not all present now would count themselves as allies. Will this prove difficult, or something else entirely?
Hear us speaking?
His voice echoing K? Airspace got his fishing gear laid out on the deck. If you're keen on learning, ask him. Can't promise I'll stop if you slip overboard though, so be careful. You better be stopping for the candidate falling overboard.
All right, then.
You can't start a Punas just yet. Huh. Secret poetry? Oh, that gives courage, alright. I means only wisdom is on the table from there. The cryptic phrases and abstract drawings fill the page. Is this written in some sort of trance? Between moonlight and starlight, difference between me and you, difference between love and romance, and queries like these flood the page. Don't know why, but reading through this has got me in a cold sweat. Shivers are running down my spine. Well, we can certainly say that artistic expression is a serious business for you, Juna.
Alright.
Oh, we don't actually... Okay. Don't have to make a choice there.
As the sun dips lurking below the surface, in the black but depart.
Oh.
3 days from now, you want to be careful what you say. Everyone wants to give imagination, apparently. A little bit more, and we've got courage up.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, goodness.
Mugginess is my worst enemy. Don't mind the ocean, but being at sea makes my hair 10 times harder to manage.
Sure.
Exactly what you mean. Salty hair makes it so much worse. Hulkenberg, what do you do with your hair at sea? Find that the sweat built up by swinging a weapon quickly relieves one of concern over such trifling matters. Speaking of, would you care to spar, Juna? No, I don't think so. Quite the wrong person for that, in fact. But tell you what, if I find anyone to help comb out these knots, I'll see if I can find you a sparring partner. Okay, we search for the lance. Whoops. Come on. Should finish it too. That'll give us a decent head start onto 20, I guess.
Now then.
There we go, we are now dauntless. Yep, and it's finished.
Alright.
Come look at this!
The gauntlet
Oh,
runner
we found
hovers
ourselves yet
in a
another
sandy
wonder.
hollow that suddenly arises from the sea. The towering seawall. There are many places in Oceania where the laws of nature fail. But here it is especially evident. The surface drops as though it were gouged out. Still, best not to be distracted by the spectacular. Monsters roam the deep, and tales of people being dragged below are not uncommon.
Incredible!
Ah, so he's been split in two. We're standing on the seafloor. This is what magma anomalies are capable of. It's the same principle that maintains the water sphere in Briarhaven. By Jove, that's on a whole other level entirely. Dill, are you sure about this? The water ain't about to come down on us, is it?
That...
You know how to swim, Basilio? Listen, mate, you best keep your nose out of places where it doesn't belong. Look, there's fish swimming in the wall of water. Never seen such shiny fish.
Huh?
Hulkenberg, what are you doing? You're not thinking of spearing through the seawall, are you? I was merely considering how I would secure today's allotments of rations. You'd eat those weird-looking fish without a second thought. I suspect that weird luminescence is a defense mechanism. They gather together in the depths and shine to ward off predators. So weak things that they are, they travel together in a group. What does that remind you of? Unless you sling barbs at every opportunity, it's exhausting. Besides, it's only natural for those lower on the food chain to seek advantage that compensate for weaknesses. I say, those shiny skills will work as excellent dyes. Hulkenberg, my girl, be sure to catch some extra. I'll need a few specimens to dissect. As you wish, catch enough that we should dine as well. I'd rather you didn't. The supplies we receive in town more than meet our needs. Besides, the sky looks ominous. A storm likely approaches. I see. If that's the consensus, then let us head back. I feel not the least bit of regret, I assure you. It's got a point. Seawall might even collapse in the rain. I'd rather not stay to find out.
Alright.
Hey, free wisdom boost, which, ooh, that's going up slow, isn't it? Wisdom intolerance is the next target then, judging from how expedient they go. Yes, and we get ourselves a drawing, as usual.
As the water sparkling in the setting sun begins to lose the light shimmer, the Gauntlet Runner reaches the calm surface of the reef. Yet the day draws to an end, and all are left to wonder how to spend the evening hours.
What terrible rain. Twill be a storm soon enough. Can this vessel withstand it?
Let's do it better than me, at least. Suppose we do owe Forden, if only because he handled that sea monster. Closure, etc.
Did we hit a rock out there or something? Back in a mo, I'll go sneak a look outside.
There's no one watching?
Those fool brothers are still abed, even in this tempest. Bloody Parapus. Almost makes one envy them.
Right, I heard. You aren't too fond of the Parapus. They both had horrible upbringings, those two. But they really do have kind hearts behind the glares. They've risked their lives for mine countless times.
This is like the first time we actually hear about Heisman actually being racist to Parapus.
And they came over all red-faced. We'd like to hear you sing, Lady Juna. Your voice is awful pretty, Lady Juna.
Is this a joke to you? You think an outcast Ujeef is in no position to speak ill of the Parapus?
What? No, I didn't mean.
Bloody hell, how does anyone sleep on this old bucket? You feel that shaking earlier? Huh? Could cut the air in here with a knife. What were you two on about?
About how we'll get that lance.
Oh, conspiring while we're asleep, eh?
We don't have to keep dancing around it, do we, Del? Why can't we be straight with him? Just come out with it, yeah? Tell him you still ain't sure that stuff with Glodell was on the level.
If even we're suspicious, there's no way Lord Luis hasn't worked it out already. Not that it matters to me, anyway. Still, I had to make sure, see for myself whether Lady Juna is on our side or not.
Come on, you two.
Something's out there! Look outside! It's a monster! A great briny beast! Everyone to the deck, quick!
What's happening?
Our prep.
Up we go.
What is that thing?
The hell are you doing? This supposed to be you helping those in need. Oi, Del!
I think you're in need.
Now! Hurry!
You alright, Del?
You realize this changes nothing. We're still...
Is that a human?
Don't charge straight at it. We've got the arms. We'll clear him out of the way.
Got it. If we don't kill the thing, we're all sunk.
Don't get used to it.
Yeah! Come on over there!
Now's our chance!
We'll slice up some more of the bastard's legs, stick to the body, and take out what limbs you can. I don't know about you, but I'm not dying today. Let's get this over with.
If this keeps up, the runner's wrecked! Can we get those giant legs off us?
Yeah, we could swap out characters now.
Now,
Sword Master!
Magic Seeker!
Lightning hit their weakness!
There we go.
That's your opening, Captain! Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot! Lightning!
The legs are not actually weak to it, though.
I can slash!
Legs retracted! That should make things a little easier on us!
Come forth, Royal Soul!
You hit their weakness!
Oh,
That's your
power
opening,
of
Captain!
heroes!
I'll show you!
Yes, Kiva, what you complaining about over there?
Royal power within!
Oh, dang it. I don't have anything like really MP efficient to hit him with. Oh, we got him under half already.
With blade in hand! Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot! This might call upon the royal soul!
I shall vanquish evil!
Lovely.
Please!
Everyone okay?
Oh, he's about dead, isn't he?
Forgive
Someone
me.
get him back on his feet! He is badly hurt!
Oh, come on!
Healing. He's hurt bad.
Still fight.
Let's get him some healing. Stroll got
Fight his
knocked out.
power.
Can anyone get him back on his feet?
I stand ready.
Return.
This should help.
You're all hurt
Live to see
bad.
another day.
Can anyone
Oh, whoops.
please?
I forgot.
Juna
In that
struggles
I
with
call
her
upon
anxiety.
royal
That-
power within!
I was hoping that would kill him, but nope.
It sprouted more legs! We've got too many people knocked out today. We gotta get back on
Really?
Wasn't enough.
Dude screwed the turn order, and suddenly we're all dead. Guess yeah, I could have done some healing there, but still. Retry battle. Wait, what? Oh. We can rearrange our party.
If this keeps up, the runner's wrecked! Can we get those giant legs off us? Descend to hit their weakness!
In Sword
Don't let
Master!
us down,
I'll
Juna.
catch up! Let's go!
You hit their weakness! That's your opening, Captain! Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot! This might call upon the royal soul! Let's take
My
hold!
thanks! I call upon royal power within!
Legs retracted! That should make things a little easier on us!
Please! I won't hold back!
You hit their weakness!
Is it
That's your opening, Captain! Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot! This is just what I need! Lightning! Hit their weakness!
I shall
Don't
Sword
let us
Master!
down, Juna!
Oh, one of the legs survived. What the heck?
Let's
Actually, that might have just saved our asses there, since that'll like mess with the turn, like how soon he'll be hit into like low HP, you know?
I shall vanquish evil.
Right on target. Nice one, Stroll.
Yep, see no soul screen this time. Because he didn't pass that threshold.
Magic Seeker.
You hit their weakness.
And now we win because of that.
Sword Master.
Okay. I feel stronger.
Excellent. I've grown.
Power can be so intoxicating.
Her first level up, she gets freaking strength. What the heck?
We overcame it somehow.
I can't believe this. There are still monsters out here. Forden lied. He lied to everybody.
He killed a giant monster. He didn't say, "Oh, we're dead," did he?
Either he lied, or he didn't know. Maybe the humans are spreading faster than anyone expected.
Oh, first time we've seen you lot really cut loose. That sure was magic, even with no igniters. Guess that's the kind of power that kills humans. And you can do it too, Lady Juna.
Well, I picked it up from him. You know I've a knack for improvising, love. But we'd never have gotten through this without you two helping us. Thank you.
Of course, my lady.
You too, Fidelio.
Don't mention it. Wouldn't have survived otherwise.
Wait, something's amiss. I still hear water flowing, but it's coming from inside the runner.
Blast! We're dipping awfully low. Getting a bit soggy in here, chums.
Hold on, we're sinking. You've got to be kidding.
Bail the water. You two, help us.
What? You can't just order us. Oh, this bloody rust buckets.
Time marches on.
You say that, but how badly off would we be if we, you know, had a normal ship? Well, we live to see another morning. Happy that we survived and are still afloat, but after bailing all that water out, it would seem that my poor back was a casualty of the incident. It came through in a pinch, I must say, so thanks to you that my dear girl is well and safe. You must repay those old bones of yours for their sterling service.
You're right.
You're true, maybe a day of off would get those brothers to lighten up a bit. How about it, darling? Let's take a day to just relax and watch the ocean.
Come on.
All right, then.
That's supposed to be a hint about Lady Juna, maybe? Actually becoming a social link, maybe?
Oh, got a second.
There we go.
The truth is,
I want to talk to you about the Magnus brothers. Don't worry, send them off on... Blood errands. Where are they, then? Maybe doing laundry? I don't know. Anyway, in regards to our dear Fidelio yesterday, I do have to thank you for saving him. I'm so very sorry they accompanied us to the Virga Islands. I know they both jump at Luis's command, but they really are good lads. A bit sensitive, perhaps.
Got it.
Sure seem attached to you,
Yeah.
Juna. Oh, well, yes, they're rather fond of me, I suppose. Or my songs, at the least. I do owe them a debt of gratitude for escorting me around and keeping Luis's men at a safe distance. On the other hand, I don't think it's wise to trust them completely. You remember their suspicion about what transpired with Gludel? If I'm not careful, I could compromise the whole mission. I think it's about time I stopped being so naive. Deep down, I knew they would eventually become an obstacle.
Hey, hey!
But isn't this just exhausting? How about you sing me a little lullaby to calm me down?
Leave it to me.
Okay, but don't blame me if you want to cover your ears. Oh, I do hope you're serious. So sing something for me, will you? I vow to remember it, and one day all of us will. Let me just say, for whatever reason, when I'm with you, Rion, I feel like I could just be myself. Sorry, my eyes are just so heavy. Wait, did I fall asleep? And you stayed here the whole time? You feel better now? Wonderful, I even believe I dreamed. It's been quite a while since that happened.
Look at this.
Right here, I've been meaning to give you this, but it kept sleeping my mind. This is a charm I bought before we left Brylehaven. Pearls come from oysters. They take a long time to form. That's why they symbolize growth and prosperity. I bought it for myself, but it's just a bit too big. Besides, I think you'd put it to much better use on this journey. Take it. Better get back, If I'm gone too long, gone from where? Once it gets dark, we'll have to prepare camp.
As the clear surface gives way to the glassy ink of darkness, the Gauntlet Runner reaches a remote island. The party gets a good night's rest, grateful for the still land that
Wait, we didn't actually start the social link there. What the hell?
What to pick?
And yet more imagination. Oh yeah, as I recall, Basilio is actually a good cook.
All right.
time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Luis has sent an emissary to Verga Island.
As reported by a crier, it's the elder boy who brought Joanna to the judging.
So he stands with Luis then. No doubt he seeks Dracodius.
A gambit to steal the public's gaze, perhaps. Taking a prize from the only land beyond the church's reach. Laughable. The reason we leave those barbarians alone is that we've nothing to gain from them. Your Eminence?
Merely a passing thought.
Let him chase the lands. It changes nothing. With the dawn of Saints' Day, your Eminence's authority will be unshakable as the mountains.
As long as we tell the public that these divine relics truly originated in Sanctism, yes, that should do. The candidates gathered at the Saints' Day Festival will be under the protection of the King's magic. Some of them may use that as a shield to sow violence and discord.
I am aware, Your Eminence. Please, leave everything to your humble servant.
Oh-ho!
So our long sojourn at sea will come to an end today. We should arrive around noontime, but we must make preparations to berth beforehand. Seems like the weather will be hot and humid. Like to hope we could just pop in, grab the lance, pop right back out. I'd be lying if I said I didn't wish the same, but we best prepare for a long stay. The island is infamously insular and closed off. Our welcome will not be a warm one. Maybe we should take a nice cold shower before we arrive. I don't even know if there will be real inns there for us to stay in.
Narrowly escaping the threat of the sea monster, the party rides the currents of the inland sea to their destination, Verga Island. Verga is a word given to the island by the mainland, meaning uncivilized. But its inhabitants give this name no purchase. Put another way, we are trespassers from a country that has unilaterally regarded the islanders as heretics. To forget this is to invite pointless
Who's
conflict,
we
as
here?
though it knows that he's on
Mr. Narrator, are you actually in the crew?
silently onto the island's less populated rear shore.
I can't take this heat. It's enough to cook a man alive.
Take off the jacket.
All my air fur is stuck together.
Do we really have to go this way? There was a beautiful beach just over there.
Chin up now, milady. Easy to get a good backstab when you're coming up behind him, see?
There will be no stabbing, back or otherwise. Honestly.
It's at least true that coming at them head-on would only alarm them. First, we need to find out where this lance is.
You can bet the runner won't be spotted here, eh? Got the wide ocean on all sides. The old girl's not exactly unscathed from the beastie's clutches, so I'll stay back for a spot of repairs. Good luck on the lance hunt, what?
Who's there? Are you from the outside? What's wrong?
I thought I heard a voice.
A voice? Whose?
All that salt air gets your head. Our chances out here already aren't looking too good.
So, how do we find this lance?
Ideally, we blend in with the locals, gather information. But if they really are all Mustari, that might be a bit tricky. Let's see. To start with, we could try staying hidden and observing the village from afar.
Sounds like a right hassle. How many days would you have us playing hide and seek?
Fair point. How long can we actually stay on this island?
Well, given the deadline for arriving in Altabury, it would be best to get the lance and leave by September the 5th.
The sooner we're out of here, the better. Let's go.
Hey, does this place look familiar to you?
We may be a bit lost.
You're kidding! We can't afford to get lost on some godforsaken island! This is a disaster! Oh, I'm sweating through my outfit! And these weird bugs. I've had enough!
What I give for a snack and a cold tub to dunk me head in.
Need you voice every little complaint. You are not the only ones enduring this trek.
Quiet a moment. Running water nearby. Sounds like an open space. Could be a natural spring of some kind.
What? Really? Let's head that way.
Phew. I suppose we might as well if we're lost.
Whoa! It's drinkable. Much clearer than the capital's water, too.
Why are you the one doing the water testing?
Oh, brilliant. I could use a dip to get the salt
Hold
off me.
on. Who are you? Can you hear me? Then surely you must be a messenger of the Dragon God.
Is something amiss?
I'm imagining things.
Could it be a villager?
You must be the...
Priestess!
Hey, Del, let's go.
Mainlanders! You're not of this island!
Wait, listen!
Seize them!
We thought we'd be catching people today, that's why we brought the nets.
Yourselves. Now, you're a candidate for the throne, are you not? Here to steal Dracodias, no doubt. And not content with that, you befouled the priestess's cleansing pool. We need hear nothing further. You shall all be executed.
Fastest trial I've had.
Calm down. First off, you can't kill a candidate. Have you not heard of the king's magic?
You beg for your life in vain, wretch.
Hail, I'm told the priestess is ready.
Accept your fate. You're not getting out either way.
What do we do now?
It seems the brothers have fled. Perhaps they've gone to report to Neurus.
I doubt it. Those thugs are here for the lance alone. They care nothing for us.
We can work with that. Can't return without the lance anyway. But I'd rather see if we can break ourselves out, instead of counting on them to save us.
By the way, anyone else find it strange that they recognized a candidate at a glance? I wasn't expecting news to travel this far.
Probably my fault, I'm afraid. They had a lot of questions, and
They also have one of the head
gentle
statues
about
too,
asking.
you know?
Well, fancy meeting you here.
You're that Sanctus Crier.
I was hoping the word of the Crown Theocracy might be worth something here. Turns out, they prefer chains to questions.
But why are you here?
Why else? I heard some helpless, boneheaded twit of a candidate crossed the waters to Verga Island, so I naturally had to follow.
And somehow got here ahead of
I
us.
thought stowing away on that Mustari
Oh, yeah,
candidate
that would
ship
guess would
might
be
get me
how.
safely on the island, and, well,
And now who's the helpless twit? This is ridiculous! Why would a crier go to such lengths anyway?
seemed as good an opportunity as any. I wanted a peek behind the Sanctus curtain, see what the truth really is. For now, we may as well be patient. You'll have your opening soon enough. The people here, well, you'll find they aren't as monolithic as they'd like.
Have you heard? The Sanctus Church has ordered its adherents to seize all divine relics.
Those zealots go too far. Surely this must be the reason for the Dragon God's wrath.
Don't be alarmed, everyone. Please remain calm.
Master Adeni.
There are trespassers upon our island, from ships other than the trade vessels. But we have already captured them. Reportedly, one is a candidate, and one is a crier from the Sanctus Church. They seek Dracodios, the lance of the Dragon God. Until now, the Church has hesitated to intrude in our homeland. We can only assume they are making their move.
I knew it. They think they're untouchable. No offense is beneath them.
That damned Borden. He's not just after our relics. He would silence us forever.
Master Adeni, put them to death! Let us see justice served!
Wait! Our captives have done nothing to hurt any of the islanders.
Why do you hesitate? If they would pervert our dearest beliefs, then they deserve only to be sacrificed. Our livestock are all maddened by disease, our seas are infested with grotesque horrors, and now even our fields lie dead and fallow. The Dragon God must be appeased, else we shall never survive his wrath. It has been our way since time immemorial. When disaster strikes, we offer a sacrifice to the Dragon God that he might ease our woes. It is the most basic of our teachings.
Everyone calm down. All this talk of justice, of sacrifice.
Master Adeni, would you see us repeat the tragedy of the past? With all respect, you abandoned your chase for the throne. You returned to your rightful home. Surely you have accepted that our traditions are the only way. Because of your indecision, because you faltered in your faith to the Dragon God, your father and mother both.
I will have silence!
Master Adeni, please. The sacrifice. We cannot simply suffer in silence.
My brother, do not fear.
I've just purified myself for the spring. I'm ready to serve as our people's sacrifice.
Yufa.
I
Yeah,
am
my
a
ugly
priestess.
poncho.
I have known from birth that my life's greatest impact would be as an offering to the dragon god. Indeed, it brings me great pride. I can serve my village in a way the priestesses in times of peace could not. If our island might be saved, I will gladly give my life for it.
Oh, bless you, Priestess Yufa. We will not forget your sacrifice.
This will surely appease the Dragon God. You are our last hope.
Priestess Yufa, our salvation, our future!
Prepare the ship. I will accompany her to the altar in the Dragon Temple.
You catch that? The Dragon Temple. Sounds like that's where we'll find our lads.
I did a bit of reading on Verga Island once. Army reports say it's surrounded by an archipelago, otherwise uninhabited, and one of them islands is nothing but a massive temple.
Not another soul on them. Strange lot, these pagans. Gotta be bloody stupid to build your big important temple out where nobody can get to it.
Could be. Or maybe they weren't the ones who built it. Either way, we'll need a ship.
Sounds like we better hurry and bail our new crewmates out. All this stink in the square probably means less guards on duty.
Ugh.
Come on, Del, we can't leave 'em high and dry. The fair lady Juna likes 'em, don't she?
And the fair lady's the only one we have to rescue.
Awful cold, Del.
Not getting attached now, are you? You knew going in they might be our traitors. Look, you want to work together, then let me do the thinking, right? I've got all this under control. Oh.
Hey, Del, you're not still hurting from the sea battle, are you?
I'm fine. We'll wait till nightfall. Shadowy business, all this. Lady Juna. Let's get those bindings off. Easy does it now. Calm down, you amateurs.
Oh, thanks. I'd hoped you'd come back for us.
We know where the lance is. Let's move.
Wait, aren't you going to untie the others?
We're your bodyguards, not theirs.
What? Since when do you follow orders to the letter?
I've already told you we can't trust these people, and now it's clear we can't even trust them to protect you.
He did a fine enough job saving your life out at sea.
Del!
He's one of us now. Lord Luis gave him direct personal orders, and you'd still leave him to die. I promised Lord Luis I'd keep an eye on him too. If you get him killed, I'm the one who's failed.
Hear, hear. 3 appropriately stealthy cheers for cooperation. And I'd be very much obliged if some generous spirit could get me untied too.
Ugh. Better to let a church leech rot. You're annoying, and you talk too much.
Haha, yeah, I get that a lot. Funny thing though, I get more chatty the more distress I'm in, and I'm quite beside myself here.
We could just shut him up permanently.
No, Del. We don't want to leave a mess. If things get dicey, we've got some meat shields at the least, eh? Gonna need all the manpower we can get if we want that lance.
Is the lance somewhere dangerous?
Well, about that. Turns out this dragon god might be a bit more real than we thought, and more bent out of shape.
They're sacrificing some village lass to it, and the crowd was scared stiff besides. We can't rule out that this dragon's more than a folktale.
So we're to face a dragon? Well, that's just lovely. Untie everyone this instant. Or do you fancy better chances with fewer swords?
Oh, fine, I get it. Just give me a second. Oi, kid. Don't make me regret this.
Count on it.
Cheeky one, aren't you? Just don't get yourself killed, pup. Fine, just get over here and I'll let you loose. Oh, you're going last. Considering the size of the island, there's only the one settlement. The chief's young, too, goes by Edeni or something.
Edeni? Was he not the Mustari candidate we met before? I'd no idea he was this island's ruler.
He and the sacrificial maiden are headed for the temple on one of the deserted islands. That's where we find the lance. Oh, and the girl marked for death is his sister.
His own sister?
Something about appeasing the dragon god's anger. All these islanders worship it, and they say the calamities come from its fury.
Is that true?
Course not. Just don't know whether all this superstition is rooted around an actual dragon or a made-up one.
Fair point. I'm curious about this Dracodios being a divine relic myself. If it was found in that temple, then the temple's probably an ancient ruin. Might be the perfect den for a dragon.
Should this creature exist, mortal sacrifice is beyond all reason. No torment is worth taking an innocent life for.
Oh, that's rich from a fallen knight. You think nobody makes sacrifices out there in the real world? Or is all that below you, eh? You ask me, I say at least these people are doing what needs to be done.
Huh, fair enough. Though it would seem beyond the pale, it is not our scale of morality that measures them.
Yet I refuse to stand idly by while innocent lives are at stake.
Who cares about what they do with their lives? We're here for the lance. Got enough problems without you trying to fix theirs.
These people offer up their very lives for peace. They'd only ever told me these lands were wild and uncivilized, but it's like seeing sanctism reflected in a mirror.
We'll get the spear, of course, but we won't let anyone die. That should be good enough. We've been saying it since the beginning. We help anyone in need, no exceptions. Right, my friend?
Yeah, of course.
That settles it.
Indeed. 'Tis the path we've chosen. Let us withdraw to the Sea Runner first. It shall bear us across the waters to this temple island.
Go on. Give them a chance.
Please, help my sister.
A convenient problem that lets us do this without any moral nosebleeds.
Please help my sister Yufa. The temple full of Makla.
Pull yourself together, man. He's barely breathing.
Did he just say Magla? I wonder what happened.
We need to get him to the Gauntlet Runner. No, 'tis too deep a wound for its capabilities.
What, are you mad? You just broke yourselves out of that damned place.
We cannot leave him to die.
I don't understand you lot.
No, this could work out for us. He's the island's chief, right? If we save his life, the whole village might come around on us.
What are you talking about? We already know where the lance is. All we have to do now is take it.
And how about this? I'll follow him because I'm assigned to keep an eye on him. And you have to keep an eye on me. Because you're my bodyguards, right?
Fine. Be my guest. But if it comes down to you or the lance, you know I'll have to take the lance. Whatever happens, I can't trust anyone but my family. And my Lord Luis.
Well, Batlin, looks like you'll have to repay the favor a bit earlier than expected. Go tell Neurus what's going on. To be honest, it's possible we won't make it back.
Getting a bit messy, this. Not that I mind. Consider the favor returned. The Gauntlet Runner's just further down, right?
Right. We'll carry this man back to the village. Give me a hand.
Where am I?
What the hell's up with your pants, dude?
I'm still alive.
You're in one of my spare rooms at the inn.
You see, these people brought you here.
Wonders never cease. It's you. But you were being hunted. How did you manage to return safely?
2 of my companions acted as decoys to draw the soldiers away. That was all it took for us to sneak in.
Chief, what happened? Where is your sister?
We made it to the temple, but the air was thick with Magla. Some of the island's beasts have turned feral.
You mean the Melancholia set in?
They made short work of our guards. Yufa and I were separated. I was the only one who fled to the sea.
My word. Then we need to gather more troops. If we don't act, the ritual...
No. Our soldiers cannot stand against those horrors. We'd only be sending more to their deaths.
But...
Then we can do the honors. We've our own reasons to see the lance, and such monsters do not frighten us. But there's something I need to ask you first. Assuming we find your sister, what would you have us do with her? Are we ensuring you complete the sacrificial ritual? Or are we bringing her back?
Please, bring her home. When we left for the Temple Island, I'd intended to let Yufa escape. But when I saw no fear or hesitation in her eyes, I faltered. That's when I realized. It's not just the fate of the island that we've placed on her shoulders. She's been trying to bear all our fears and anxieties. Her life is in your hands. Even if her sacrifice would save us, I don't care. Please, save her from the curse we've placed on her.
Well said. Spoken like a true leader. Leave it to us. I pledge we will see her safely returned. You've no objections, I trust, Captain?
Yes. Let's get her back.
Right. We're not in the business of abandoning people.
Right. We'll save your sister. In return, though, would you be willing to lend us Dracodios?
So be it.
What? That is the very symbol of our faith!
If they've the strength to overcome the Temple's trials, then they could have already taken the lance for themselves. Yet still they seek permission. I trust them. It seems like they really do believe in what they say.
But they're not like us. They're outsiders.
It doesn't matter what tribe they are. They are people just like us. If the race on the mainland taught me anything, it's that.
Wait, it'll take more than a day to save her, right? Not to be morbid, but will your sister survive that long?
She knows those halls better than I do. If she's found a safe enough chamber, she can stay out of sight. And I made sure to bring food to the temple when we left. She could survive for even 4 weeks. Yufa is a priestess. She knows her life is too valuable to the ritual not to keep going. Your offenses will be pardoned. Anything you need, I'll try to provide. So please, save Yufa.
Well, glad we talked our way out of being thrown back in a cell. This place is rather cozy, especially compared to a prison.
To be free of the bugs is its own comfort.
Wait, weren't you staying in Brilhaven? What kind of rundown hovels do you board in?
Finally, we may come and go as we please. Even if we must bow to Luis's whim, we need not draw the same ire.
I know, right? But lifting the prince's curse will only be the beginning. The public has to recognize him as the rightful king too.
Considering the road ahead, it might do to help as many people as we can while we hunt the Lance. And ideally, keep the other candidates in check, too.
All done with negotiations, are you?
I don't know what we'd do without you. It's amazing how you can lead those guards on such a long chase and turn up none the worse for wear.
Ha! No one alive can catch a couple of platypus lads in the woods.
Our job's to get the Lance. I assume that hasn't changed? Then nothing else matters.
Well then, let's lay out our situation. Our destination is the Dragon Temple, built on a nearby deserted island. Once there, we search the temple for the divine relic, Dracodios. And while we're in there, we'll also be looking for the village priestess, Yufa.
The hell we will. I thought we made it clear we were here for the Lance.
According to Edeni, the Lance's actual place in the temple is a close-guarded secret, known only to the priestess herself.
Never simple, is it?
We've got two problems to worry about. Firstly, by now, the temple's positively awash with melancholia. We should expect monsters, and lots of them. And secondly, there is a possibility that this dragon god of theirs is an actual living, and therefore angry, dragon.
Hope we don't have a battle like that ahead of us.
And be quick about it, yeah? If you miss your deadline, Lord Luis will assume you're all traitors.
That puts our deadline in 17 days. Beyond that, we can't say if the priestess would survive.
Your pardon? You all, you're going to save Priestess Yufa?
Wouldn't have to if you hadn't sent her to die.
Yes.
You're the one who was okay with her doing that.
Exactly right. But you have to understand, not everyone here wanted sacrifice. To see a girl her age going willingly to die. She's as young as my own child. It's not right. So please.
We will see the girl safely home. You have our word.
Tis a strange irony. We came only for the Lance, but even that pursuit has earned us a chance to save a life.
Hardly familiar. You sought me intent on capture, and instead convinced me to join you. You have a knack for opening doors others have closed.
Well, let's get some rest for tomorrow. Getting lost in the wild and captured by soldiers really takes it out of you.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
What kind of place the Dragon Temple is? Let's see, yeah, it's on the eastern side of the island, and of course we got a whole new town to grab stuff from. Yeah, right over here there's a freaking King Rock. They were like, oh man, how do they know we were a candidate? The next dungeon is a bit of a bitch. It's probably the longest dungeon.
I beg your pardon.
Normal healing items, huh?
Now then.
They actually sell all that stuff. I do.
All right then.
Do we even have any? I don't think we have any side quests we can go on right now. Well, we can't even travel to different locations until we're done with this. Well then.
Off we go.
Kind of weird how the making stuff cheaper thing works all the way out here. Super expensive one.
Oh.
It's the freaking Kusanagi. Just katana.
That's fine.
Not really all that much. I guess it prevents rage. Rage isn't exactly a common ailment. Oh, we don't get a new spear. I guess we do get Dracodius out of all this, but still. And we also don't get a new fan weapon. Holy crap. Rage didn't get dark enough.
Good.
Oh, she probably didn't. Yeah, she didn't have any actual armor on before. That's why.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Good.
Special unique ones, huh?
Yeah.
Actually, the only one that she can equip.
Indeed.
I'm not entirely certain why some classes are getting boned here.
All right then.
What'll it be?
The meat seller. I don't have wisdom 4.
Hey, mister.
That is on my list. Oh.
Till next.
Using the farm thing does take up a day, a time slot. That's why I hardly ever really use it.
Yes.
Those.
I won't be forgiving that anytime soon. Really now?
Hey, we already saw the beat seller, didn't we?
Welcome.
What the hell is this guy doing all the way out here then?
Such a sky.
All ready for depart.
So this is the Dragon Temple. It's not too far from Verga Island.
Now that
This place.
Let's see.
So sail get there within the day. No time to waver. Are we prepared? Let's go.
So we bring the fight to them.
Alrighty. We can't really hang out with people for stat boost, so I guess.
navigating the archipelago's currents north of Verga Island, the Dragon Temple comes into view. It is dedicated to the dragon god, Et. The wind carries the unsettling cries of beasts over the water, ensuring that even reaching the temple will be a trial. The Gauntlet Runner pulls into the shores of the isolated island amidst surges of sinister magla.
We're here. Maybe the tide was with us this time, but that was a much quicker trip than I thought.
What's up, Del? You seasick?
No, and keep your eyes on them, not me. Don't want them pinching the lance and doing a runner.
You really worry too much, mate. Once you've got doubts in your head, you don't know how to let them go.
That's the Dragon Temple.
Just as I thought. I've seen this exact view in historical art. It's as ancient as ruins come. Perhaps the reason the Sanctus Church doesn't want anyone near the island is that they want whatever's inside to stay buried.
I'd avoid it too if I could. The place looks totally overrun with magla. We're definitely gonna find some monsters in there.
This Melancholia aura is most ominous. What is this magic? And from whence is it born? We only ever see it when faced with grave burdens.
Might not be unrelated. We know magic is possible without an igniter. In other words, magla can be controlled by the mind alone.
You venture that it springs from mortal minds?
Hey, you lot about finished. Let's get on with it.
He's right. Let's hurry on. We're off.
Alrighty, I think this is where we'll call it for the evening. Guess who, boy? Next dungeon might actually take like an entire stream to get through.
What now?
And there's only 2 more story dungeons after this one. So the stuff around like the next part, like the actual exhibition stuff is well, it's plot, but it's also very much just like a boss fight kind of stuff. I guess we'll get to that when we get to it. So, thank you all for coming on up, and hopefully I'll see you again next time.